Hi everybody, hello. Ooh, I'm in the red now on my microphone. That probably means it's a bit loud. A lot of you, well, I thought it was a lot of you, complained yesterday that the sound was abysmal and you couldn't really hear me. Now there could be something good in that, who would want to hear me, but I appreciate it is really annoying if you're trying to listen to something and you can't hear it. So I've asked Mr. F if he'd have a little fiddle, and he has, and I'm hoping that this is louder. And by the look of what I'm looking at where the microphone is, oh, here I am. Yeah, it's looking better, so I'm hoping, really hoping, that you can hear what's being said. Sorry I look a bit rough, I didn't know I was going to press a face cam. Anyway, yesterday, the page that I did, which I know you can't see because you're looking at my face, I said that I should have sewn around it and I didn't, I forgot. And one of you geniuses reminded me that Mr. F had found these in a charity shop and they would be perfect for just sort of mock stitching around the edge. So I'm going to give that a go, if I can find my Timmy rulers. I've got everything on my desk, from stuff to make baskets, bags, pouches, and of course this journal. So it's a bit bonkers on my desk. Now, these aren't really stitches, they're like pretend, but I like that one. Well, I like the bottom one, let's go for the bottom one. And I'm really trying to remind myself today not to mumble. Do not mumble. Miss P, don't mumble. So, all of you that thought that it was going to be quiet and you've turned your volume up to 100%, maybe I'm absolutely deafening you. I really don't know. I don't know. I just sit here and craft. The rest of it is... Oh, that comes on a bit of... That comes on its own bit of cellophane, look. Maybe I don't need my Timmy ruler. I'm going to use the VersaFine Claire, only because it's kind of the nicest brown I've got, really. And let's give this a try, shall we? Now I'm not fussed if it's absolutely perfect or not. We'll just see what happens. Ooh, I quite like that. You see that? It's quite nice. So let's give it another go. Don't know if this is ideal just on this bit of cellophane it's on, but it doesn't matter. We're just experimenting. Just happens to be in the journal. And there we are. Let's press that down, see what we get. Oh, I'm liking this. Brilliant idea, whoever it was. Thank you very much for reminding me of these. Lovely. I don't think I can stamp over that faux sellotape. I don't think it's going to take it. So I'll just stamp up to it like that. That's a bit on the wonk anyway, but I'm not fussed about that. I quite like the idea of stuff being on the wonk. And this one here, I'm going to have to go in just above it. Where's the edge of the page? There. I need to come along a little bit. See, I've started mumbling again. Started mumbling. Stop it. Stop it, Miss P. That's all right. That goes right to that edge. I just can't get in there, really. So, shall I use another one for that? Maybe. That appears that's the only one on its own bit of... what shall I use for this? It's quite a nice one there. Let's try that one. Oh, these ones are all stuck on. These must be so old. I mean, they really must. I'm sure somewhere in my room I have... Let's try the top one, see if we can get it off. I've got some Timmy sewing stuff and some other people's faux sewing stamps. I just need to have a look for them. I just thought if these worked... Oh, they might come off, they might not. I imagine they are really quite old. But I think it's coming off. It's like a bit of chewing gum at the moment. It's quite stretchy. But Make, Do and Mend. This is what I've got. I was heartened to see that Kerry Betts, who is a really good friend to this group, found herself a Reader's Digest, I think it was like an embroidery book, because the versions of this in Australia were apparently eye-watering. I'm a bit pale there at the end, just go in there again. Oh, kind of botched that one up a bit. I think I might get on better, you know, if I did put this on a ruler. I'm going to have to do it this way because I kind of want it straight. It makes stamping easier if it's straight. And on the Timmy ruler it's perfect because it obviously has straight lines. Am I muttering again? Sorry. I'm really sorry if I am. I didn't realise I was such a mumbler. I don't think Mr. F thinks I'm a mumbler. Yeah, that end doesn't want to stick down, but never mind. Let's see if I can ink this without getting it all over the ruler. Let's try up here. Look at that! Genius idea, whoever it was. Thank you so much. Got me out of a bit of a hole there. So this is what to do if you don't sew, I guess. Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I've just had my lunch. Well, it's a bit late really. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. We had... It's really quite warm here today, but we had a sort of beef hot pot. It's one of our favourites. Mr. F makes it with stewing beef, carrots, swede, parsnips, onions, mushrooms, and then every tin of beans that we happen to have in the cupboard. So they can be any sort of beans. I've even known him put baked beans in it. So it doesn't matter what we've got, they go in. And it ends up that it's massive. It's like the biggest cook pot we've got, plus the next size down. And it lasts us quite a long time. Lasts us about 4 days. Sometimes we give up and put it in the freezer. Have it for 2 days and then put it in the freezer for a bit. Now, yeah, I need to go all around there as well. In fact, I'll tell you, I'll do that when, you know what I'm doing now, so I'll do that off camera, because you really don't need to see me go around all that. I do want to see, however, what it looks like on these. I love this, that's nice. That's nicer than I remember. I just want to see what it looks like up the side there. I'm hoping it's going to look nice. Yeah, it does. It really brings that in, finishes it off. It's perfect. So I shall do that when you're not watching, because there's no need for you to watch me do that. And we'll get on with today's. I'm just going to clean that ruler and that stamp off because it's VersaFine. It might not even come off now, but I don't want any loose stuff left on it. Why did wet wipes always do that? You pull one out and you get 103. Well, not in this case, because there was only 60 in the thing to start with, but you know what I mean. And they're getting smaller, aren't they? They're getting titchy. Blimey. There we go. Good as new. Lovely. So I'll take that one off, stick it back in there, and then when I come to use it for that, I know where it is. That one is a loose one. I'm just going to have to watch out for that one. Okay, so let's pick another page then and make a start with that. Any page, pick a page. How about this one? This one's all right, I think. Actually, I'll do it on the on this side at this time. Let's just squash that flat. And what I thought I would do is, there we are, you can see that is the whole page there, so you can see it all. It's not much spare space, I'll grant you that, but you can see what's happening. So I thought I would get out some of my patterns, I mean the actual patterns, the tissue parts of them, and make a background for this page. I've got that yellow one. Oh, that's more of a primer than a pattern. It's the tissue paper I'm after. This feels like it's got a fair bit of tissue paper in it. Yeah. Yeah, brand new. Size 10. Oh, how I wish. I'm a long way off a size 10. A long way. But you know, back on the wagon now. Back losing weight. It's got to be done. And this tissue paper, it's quite tough really. It's tougher than you'd think. So I've got this piece, let's have a look and see. So I'm just going to fold it to make sure it's big enough to fit on my page. I don't want it to go right into the spine, because that's what starts to cause alligator mouth. So that's going there, and then it's coming back to the edge of the page, like so, then back to this side. You can usually get sewing patterns in, I don't know about Goodwill shops because I know nothing about them. You know, I've never been in one, never seen one, don't know anything about them. But certainly in this country, in charity shops, you do get a fair bit of old patterns in them, and I really like that. And I like the fact that this is on the facing page. Looks great. Right, so where do I need to cut that? Let's say I need to cut it there. Let's just say that along the bottom of the page. There. And then at the top of the page. Is there anything like square? Not a thing. Nothing like square. But that's not bad. That's not bad there. It's this side, it's this edge here that's all to pot. So let's fold that in again. Like that. I think we're alright like that. Let's just turn that over. Look at that, it looks gorgeous. And fold this in. Well, I'm just going to take a gamble on it. I'm going to fold it in there. See what that looks like. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. That might be a bit on the wonk. But overall, we're okay. Don't mumble. Stop mumbling. So that's going to go there. And that's going to come to there. And I'm not, you know, not fussed about it being exactly exact. That's okay, and it's nice as well. I like it. So what I'm going to do is take this to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew around these edges just with a straight stitch, and then I'll come back to you and we'll see where we're going to go from there. Okay, so I've stitched around there. It's in red. That's what I happen to have in the sewing machine, so that's what it is. And it actually, you know, looks like it's, I mean, it's not straight. I'm not at all fussed about that. But it look, you know, it fits within the confines of the page. So what I'm going to do now is just chop off some of this excess. I just don't think we need that. So just chopping around there. And then I'm going to try something, which I don't know. Oh, I don't know if it's going to work or not. This is a bit of an experimental type journal, this, isn't it? Which is great, because I like experimenting. And you know, if it works, then you can do it in yours too. But if it doesn't, then it goes in the bin and we never speak of it again. So it's just really taking some of the bulk out that we don't need. And that can go in the fire. I nearly said I don't have a fire. I do not have a fire. We have forced air heating, it's called. And actually it's it works out very, very reasonable compared to the coal fire that we had in the last house, which was anything but reasonable. And it was a pain as well, you know, every morning. I'm saying this, I didn't do it, Mr. F did it. Every morning you get up and you've got to light the blooming fire. Right, so that's going to go there. Yes, lovely, love it. I love the whole look of it. But I wonder what would happen if we crinkled it up. It's too late now, it's done. Yeah, it's a bit more crinkly, obviously. I wouldn't mind getting some colour on that. I don't know if I could just, like, could I take an ink pad? Yes, I could. Look at that. So I'm just ever so lightly going over there, just to pick up some of those crinkles. Oh, this is working. My goodness, it's working really rather well. Whoever would have thought it? Well, me, but I think of all sorts of things that don't work. So I'm going to go in the opposite direction now. Yeah, there we go. I like it. You can still see it's a sewing pattern. You can still hear it's a sewing pattern, but it's got all that marking on it. Oh, I love it. Yes, I like that. So I'm just going to give that a little minute just to dry before I stick it down. And while I'm waiting for that to dry, I want to talk to you about what I want to put on the top. So I've got a piece of calico here. I have cut it out. It was a bit of a larger piece of calico, and I've cut it out to go along the bottom, along there, like a pocket. Well, I mean, it will be a pocket. So that's as far as I'd got with my thinking. I know I want to do some hand sewing, and hand sewing is not my thing. It might be for some of you, and that's why I want to include it. I love that, it's gorgeous. So this is just a single piece of calico. And what I thought I could do is possibly stamp on it, but I've got something to show you first. I'm dying to show you, so let me get it while that's drying. Look at this for a pile of goodness. Look. It's the new Timmy palettes, and I've got 1/2 metre of each. Mr. F kindly bought them for us so we can play with them, and they're exactly like the collage strips. These are the ones that I wanted. I mean, I think they come out in 8 possibly fabrics for each colour, but I've got, I think all the ones that have been released, he's sort of releasing them month by month. So I've got the orange, I've got the pink. And I mean, you can cut these up and use them just all the time. I adore them. The red, the brown, which might be my favourite actually. I love the brown one. Look at it. It's fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous. And 1/2 metre, that means I can actually cut them up. If I only had quarter, if I just had a fat quarter, I would never cut them up. The green one. It's glorious. Absolutely glorious. And the yellow one, which is also really lovely. They're all lovely. I love them all. Look at that. Beautiful. So, yes, I've got those and I was dying to show them to you. I'm going to put them over there in the special pile. And let's have a look at this and see what's happening to it. Oh yeah, it's getting dry. I can still feel it's a little bit damp, but that's going to go there, that's going to go there. And then what I thought I would do is, well, I'm going to make that into some form of a pocket. Probably going to stitch it on actually, but before I do that, I want to either stamp or stitch something on it. So let's get my basket of remnants out. It's a bit like Remnants Plus this actually, because there's all sorts of things in it. Oh, my desk is such a mess. There's this, which is a bit of Kathy Holden fabric. I mean, that's beautiful, isn't it? That would look nice. I mean, it's not straight along the bottom, but does it matter? I say no. There's all sorts of things in here. Have I shown you through this before? I don't think I have, actually. This is Seth Apter fabric. And it's, oh, I love that. I've got to use that. I'm going to use that. And that's all I've got left from a fat quarter that I think Linda sent me, Linda Carlson Park, because she is super generous and I am super grateful. I'm going to use a bit of that. I love it. Absolutely love it. And this is a bit of Seth Apter as well. You know, I might get a little pouch out of this. Look at that. They're even better than Timmy, dare I say. I dare, because I just said it. Yeah, that's another bit of Seth Apter there. Then I've got some Japanese fabrics. No idea where they came from. Some more Kathy Holden, the floral one. Some Timmy, I think that is. That's Timmy Provisions. So there's all sorts of things in here. All sorts. Really nice stuff. Look at that from the memoranda papers. Ooh. Glorious, glorious. Let me put them back over there. And let's have a look and see what we can do with our pocket. Now, I think something like that bit there would look nice stitched onto there. It's not straight, I'm not fussed. So let's cut that off. Wherever I said, there, wasn't it? And that remnant lives to see another day. Phoebe, that's nice. How nice is this shaping up? And then do you think a bit of yellow from the collage? Here. Yeah, maybe. Come on, yellow. Here it is. Oh, what shall we use? I want to use something that's on the selve edge because I don't want to cut right all the way into it. So what have we got? Oh, well, they're all nice, aren't they? I might use that bingo card. I don't normally use the bingo card, but I quite like that one. So let's use that. So I'm going to cut out quite carefully because I don't want to wreck the one below it or to the side of it. That's not very good cutting. It's because I'm doing it in mid-air. I wouldn't advise it. I think I'll just pick that up nicely. Oh, and cut there. Oh, can I? I could leave that on. That's probably fine, but I possibly need some stamps behind that in brown. No, I don't like that there. I'll keep it though, but I don't like it there. It could possibly go there, because it just says yellow. Right, so that's that. So stamps, right, give me a sec, I'll go and find some. Right, I've had a bit of a rummage and this is what I've come up with. This All and Create butterfly stamp, which is absolutely brand new. I just thought it might look quite nice. And this All and Create stamp, which literally it was what I grabbed. But it has got these little stars and a little dicky bird down there. And then I found this one, a Sethapta one. Look at it. It's fabulous. And I think that is exactly what we need. So, if I had somewhere to put these, I would put them. Let's put them there, straight ahead. So I'm going to remove these goodies from there. They are going to be our... I think that's dry now. But let's just take that book away to somewhere. So there, please don't fall down. Thank you. I'm just going to bring this, it's going to be my backstop, if you like, for when I stamp. So, by the looks of this, I've never stamped any of them, so let's get a stamp platform out and see what they look like when they're stamped out. They do look like they will be just the job though. I mean, obviously, very obviously, use whatever stamps you've got. I don't seem to have any small stamp platforms anywhere, do I? No, they've all gone missing from the drawer they were in, so I'll use this rather large one. Does that have backing on that needs to come off? Or? I mean, it's definitely not sticky like that. No, it must come off. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if you're supposed to keep that to put back on them. I've no idea. No idea. See if I can work out which way is up. It's a very busy stamp, that. So I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair again in the Vintage Sepia. Stamp this up, and then I'm going to stamp it onto the craft card, which may come in useful at some stage, you never know. Yeah, I think it's the right way up. So let's stamp that, see what we get. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that too clearly. It's not the clearest of stamps, but I don't think it's supposed to be. So, okay, let's ink that up again and stamp it onto a bit of fabric. I think my Vintage Sepia isn't in the first flush of youth either, which of course doesn't help. I think I'm going to have to find another ink pad. That really is a bit past it. What have I got? Shall I use Jet Black? Ground Espresso. I haven't had much luck with a Ground Espresso though, have I? I've got yellow. Yellow? Shall I use yellow? Let's have a look. I've got these two yellows. Golden Meadow and Cheerful. Wow, Cheerful is very cheerful. Let's have a look at the Golden Meadow. And I'm going to need a piece of white paper to stamp this on, which I don't have to hand. Do I? What's that? It's a piece of cream. That'll do. Okay. So we'll have brown on this as well as the... I'm going to have a bit of contamination on my ink pad. Yeah, I like that. Bearing in mind, of course, as I say, that it has got some contamination on it. Let's just wipe that off. There we are. I'll try it again just in case it's some horrific colour when it's not toned down. No, that's lovely. I don't know what it's going to come out like on the fabric. I've no idea. As you saw, I've never used these stamps before, so it's going to be a bit of a potluck. I'm just going to come over the edges and press on really quite well and give it a minute or two to transfer from the stamp into the fabric, which you don't need to do if it's paper, but for fabric it's a good idea. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So I'm going to do another one in this stamp. Oh, it's ever so thundery here. It's really, really thundery. I reckon a thunderstorm is afoot. Hope it doesn't come while I'm videoing and knock the electricity off. That would not amuse me. I don't need to stamp the entire thing. Did I throw that in the bin? There goes a Timmy root. So let's just clean this one because I think I've probably finished with it for this section. Let's take this white bit off here. I don't know why they put that on. Does anybody know why they put that on? Oh, I don't know which way's up. I seem to say that quite often, and it's true. I never know which way's up. Don't think that's quite straight on my grid, so I'm just going to straighten it a bit. Put that over here. It's very nice. It's like making our own fabric pattern, our own print. It's very thin, this colour cone. Very lightweight. I'm so tempted to use that butterfly that I found because it's so lovely. I don't even know where I put it. I put it there. That would fit there, wouldn't it, nicely? I think I'm going to have a go at that. I just really like it. It's just something different, isn't it? And I have never used this one before, so it's something new and exciting, which we all like. All in Create is such a big concern now. I think when I bought these, they weren't quite so prolific. But they do all sorts of things now, don't they? They do papers and, oh, you rub-offs, washi, you think of it, they do it. I really hope this comes out nicely because I love it. It's gorgeous. Got a bit of a wrinkle in the middle of my cotton. Let's give it a little minute or two. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Do you like it? I like it. I'm just going to put a little bit in that corner here, which is this corner here, I think. Yep. Ooh, it's going to be a hard act to follow. So, do I want one there? No, I don't think so. Well, I do. I want them everywhere, but common sense is prevailing. Don't mumble, Miss P, don't mumble. And I'm going to put the other, there was 3 of the Sethapta stamps, so I'm going to use the 3rd one. It's lovely using all these new stamps because they're all really sticky. Let's put that away. And this is the 3rd one that we haven't used already, and I haven't really got room for much of it, but it'll be alright. We'll just do part of it. So which way is the right way? That way, I think. So it's this side that I want to ink. And I'm just going to put that down there because I don't want to come over that. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's turned out. It's really nice. So let's just wipe that off and they can go away. Let's put that back in there, otherwise I won't have any. That's really nice on its own, isn't it? But I do think I need to add something to it. I'm just going to drop these Sethapta stamps back into here so I know where they are. Right, so these are the 2 bits, or 2 or 3 bits that we said we'd use. This one. Now, doesn't that look so much better now that the background's got something on it? And I love what the background has got on it. Can you see? Can you see it clearly? It's gorgeous, isn't it? So I want that on there, and that there probably. And then this yellow one down there. But I think I want to give a go to hand stitching. Now, I'm not a hand stitcher. There's many a thing I like to do, craft wise. Hand stitching, not so much. So I've got some embroidery floss here, and it comes in 6 strands, I seem to recall. So I'm going to get half it, 3 and 3. So I've got 3 in my right hand, 3 in my left hand, and I'm just going to split it down. Keeping it from unravelling as I go. Well, sort of knotting up, I mean to say. Like that. I'm sure you people that are good at cross stitch and things like that are looking at me now going, what on earth? What on earth is that woman doing? Well, like I say, it's not one of my skills. I think I've got a knot in this. I can't have. Please come all the way off. I'd be so happy if you did. My craft room was so nice and tidy when all I was doing was paper crafting. Then I decided I liked knitting, so I bought copious amounts of knitting yarn, which ended up in the craft room. Then I decided I wanted to go sewing. So I've got all that stuff in my craft room as well. So yeah, my craft room's gone from being something that was quite ordered and quite a pleasure to be in, to this, which is now an absolute disaster. I've got bits of things everywhere. Come on, you can do this. Oh, I've just got a little bit at the end, so if I lose that little bit, I'm not that fussed. But no, look at it, it's done. It's done. I've got 2 lots of 3 ply. Perfect. Haven't even got a needle, an appropriate needle, so I'm using this dagger. But it had an eye that I thought I could probably thread, which I'm now doubting. No, hang on. Is that it? No, missed one out. Yeah, that's it. We've got it. Now I need to put a knot in the end, and I see people do it all the time. I've got no idea how they do it. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to, let's pull that tight. Then I'm going to put another knot in and hope it arrives at the same place, but it probably won't. Oh, it did. Well, I think that might be big enough actually. Right, so I'm going to remove these out of the way for now. And I'm just going to do this like a kind of cantha stitch. Might be helpful if I pinned it on first. Otherwise, I mean, I'm not fussed if it's square or anything, but you know, I'd like it something like. So I'm just going to put a pin there. And a pin here. And then we'll set off sewing and see where we get to. So I'm just going to start here, and I've got a long needle, mind you it's really thick, and I'm just going to take running stitches, and they're quite big running stitches. As I say, you guys that are proficient at hand sewing, please crack on, do whatever you want to do. This is like my limit of what I can do. So I always like this when I see it on sort of Indian garments or whatever, or sometimes it cushions, it pops up everywhere and it's gorgeous. And I'm pretty sure the right way of it, when it's done right, it's called cantha stitch or cantha fabric, or it's cantha something anyway, with a K, I think. That's looking quite nice. I'm quite pleased with that. So I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to make you sit and watch me do all this. I just thought you'd like to see my concept of an idea. So I'm just going to pull that through. There we are, that's what it looks like on the back. It's not too bad. And then, oh, I think I probably want to come, I'm going to come right to the end there, so I can drop down the line on the back, like that, and then come in again a little bit further down. Maybe a little bit more than that, or I'll be here forever. About there. And then just do the same on my way back. And I'm going to carry on doing the same until I have sewn all of this bit of fabric down. And if you don't like the idea of doing this, then machine stitch it on, is what I would say to you. I just like the idea. It's a vintage sewing journal that we're making, so I kind of like the idea of hand stitching. But you know, as I say, I'm pretty useless, although I might try my hand later on in the journal with some, I don't know, lazy daisies or French knots, or I hope you can hear me today. That's got nothing to do with French knots or lazy daisies, it just came into my mind. Yeah, I think I'll watch several YouTube videos and see if I can learn how to do some some fancy stuff. Well, fancier than running stitch anyway, although I must say I do like the effect. I like the fact we've got the knot on the front. That pleases me somewhat. So there you go. I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually making the thing all kind of ripply, which I really like. So I'm going to carry on doing that, and I'll come back to you when I've done it, which will be, you know, quite a while from now. So I'll pause you, hope there's no thunderstorm, because then I'll lose all that I've done so far, and I'll see you soon. Right, well, I've done that. I've got thread ends, some of which I don't mind having some ends. Some are just a bit too long, so let's just nip them off. And that one off, and that one maybe a little bit. Okay, so that's that, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's just textured, which is the joy of it. The stitching is not the joy. The joy is the texture it gives you. That's what it looks like on the back, and maybe you can see it's a bit more ripply. And if I kept my stitches straight even, it would ripple even more. So maybe that's a lesson to learn for the future. So there we are, that's that, and I love that. That's going to go there, and this was the white selvage, but when I put it on it just looked too white. It was too white, so I sprayed it with brushed corduroy, and you can still see it says yellow quite clearly, but it's now that lovely, I mean, brushed corduroy is a perfect complement for all this lot, so I thought I would stitch that on there. So the other thing I thought was, this is my background paper, my tissue pattern piece, and I thought that, well, several things. I can stitch this pocket on. I don't want to stitch along the top, I don't think. I could put a straight stitch along there, but it's sort of frayed and I like it. But I also thought that I've got those 49 Market, no, All in Create stamps that are sort of models, and I wondered if I could just sort of pick out the woman and stamp her just on the background. I'm going to give it a go. I don't know if it's going to work or not. It might or it might not. I mean, it's not going to be a clear image because it's a background image anyway, and it's going onto this, so it's not going to be the clearest of stamps, but we'll give it a go. And I'm going to use this one. I'm just really going to try and hit her if I can, and just see what it looks like just in the background. It's either going to work or it's not. If you don't experiment, you don't get anywhere, do you? So let's just give it a try. Ooh. Oh, it works. Oh, it's fabulous. Oh, a lovely day we're having of experimentation. So I'm going to print her again. I've got a bit of a plainer patch there, so I'm going to do her there. And most of her will be under the pocket anyway, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm happy with that. In fact, I'm really happy with that. It's really nice. Ooh, what a day, what a day. I love days of experimentation. If I could learn not to mumble, would be cooking on gas. There we are. Let me put that away so I know where it is the next time I need it. Put the block away. Put the stamp away. There we go. Got one that says sewing mends the soul. No, don't get carried away, my dear. Don't get carried away. So the next thing I want to do then is finish the pocket. So I want to stitch that onto there, and I'm just going to stitch it with my machine. You could hand stitch it if you fancy. I'm not fancy enough. at this stage, and I'm going to stitch that on there as well. So I'll do this piece first. I'm just using black thread in my machine, and I'll be back directly when I've done it. There we go. That one I put in with a triple stitch, so it's a nice thick line. This one I just did a straight stitch around. And it's a good place to get to know your sewing machine, really, because you can do all sorts of fancy stitches if you want. And that, it doesn't quite reach to the edge of my pocket. I'm not awfully fussed of my back piece. I do love these ladies. They make the whole thing. They make this printing that we did here really sing. So I'm going to stitch around here. I wonder if I need to pin it. Might not be a bad idea. What do you think? Just a couple of pins. So I haven't got that much room for manoeuvre. One down this side. There we go. Right, so I'm just using the black that I've got in my machine. I'm happy that I've got everything on that I want, so I'm just going to sew around it. Right, so that's that. Put my pins away so I don't lose them. Is that them? I think so. And look at that. I'm really happy with that as a page. I really am, actually. So let's get the book in. That's going to go there. Oh, come on. That's just nice. I sewed that with a zigzag, as you can see. And now's the time to tell you. No, I sewed it with a zigzag. I just thought it would stand out more. I probably should have sewed the top with a zigzag as well, but I didn't. I'm all right with it. So, what do I need now? I need to know if I'm going to stick something down this edge. Or not. Like a frill or some lace or something. Or if I should leave that up till this page. What have I got on this page? Necklines. No, I think I'm just going to stick it down. I think so. So I'm going to get my Nuvo glue and I'm going to go around the edge. Oh, that's not cut. Well, it doesn't matter. It's all going to get stuck. So all of it, the whole page is going to be stuck. So you can put your glue around all four sides. It's not a sort of magic disappearing pocket or anything. It is just a background. Over your stitching, make sure you've got plenty of glue, because that never wants to stick where you've got stitches for some reason. I think it's because it's not level, you know. So make sure you've got plenty glue over your stitching. And the top edge as well, or the bottom edge, whichever edge we're at now. Top, I think. Just going to put a bit of glue under there just to stick that down. So I don't want it to rise up later and become a pest. Then I'm going to take my collall and fill in this middle bit. Really getting through some glue these last few days. I have to order some more collals soon. I hate ordering glue. It's like when you get a new exhaust on your car and it costs a fortune, but nobody notices. You want to have a little sign at the back where you park it saying, "Look at my new fancy exhaust." Maybe that's just me. But buying glue's a bit like that, isn't it? It's not, you're not waiting for the postman to come here to see what you've got. Right, let's make an attempt at sticking this on then. Right way up, pocket at the bottom. There we go. Oh, down a wee touch. What's that like? That's perfect. Oh, look at that. Looky, looky. Wow. Brayer, yes. I can see the handle sticking out. So let's just give that a good solid brayering. And I'm not making the journaling card for this today. It might end up, it never has a journaling card, who knows? Sometimes in journals it's quite nice to have empty pockets that you can, the recipient or whoever, yourself, whatever, can put things in as and when. There we are. That's it, guys. That's all, folks. That's it for today. I think we've done a good job there. I'm very happy with that page. I particularly like the two ladies. They just pick up on all this perfectly. And if we were to put a journaling card in there, when you take it out and you see the lady, oh, what a nice surprise. Okay, yeah, I'm going a bit daft now, so I think it's time to go. Thank you very, very much for your company. I'm sorry if I've kept you too long, and I really hope today that you can hear me. I have tried my hardest to speak up, but Mr. F has done something with the microphone, so it should be that you can hear me, no problem. I hope I'm not blasting out so loud that I'm deafening you. That would be the next thing, wouldn't it? Anyway, thanks guys, and I'll see you again really soon. I'll see you tomorrow for our weekly sewing video. So I'll see you then. Bye.